Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So, as you read for today in the title, we're going to be getting to know me. We are going to learn all about me and my crazy ass life. Jump in. So, where I was born in Russia. The age I was adopted at was 7 and came to the United States in December and have been here since. So I have 2 older brothers and 1 little sister. Where did I go to school? Like I said, I was homeschooled until I graduated. Surprisingly, I did graduate. What was your first job and how old were you? My first job was actually Chick-fil-A. I got a job at Chick-fil-A when I was 17, and that was my very first job that I actually got like a check, and I did work for Chick-fil-A for 3 years. When did I graduate? I graduated in 2016. Where did I go to college after graduation? I went to TCC to start doing my basics, and as I was doing my basics, I started going towards my medical field because I knew I wanted to do something in my medical field, just didn't know quite exactly what I wanted to do. During that time, I also found a course to be a CNA, a certified nurse aide. So I took that just to help me in the medical field, get started, get some experience. And after that, I got a job as a certified aide. When did I get my first horse? Yes, so I got my first horse in like 2016 or 17. We decided on one horse. He was part Arabian, I think part Appaloosa. Name was Cairo, and I decided to start working with him. I think at first I went like every day or as much as I could with my work schedule and my college schedule. So I went over there, worked, I bought him brushes, treats, all that stuff. And then life happened. So I started coming less and less and less. And then after a while, it just was like too much, I didn't have the time to go over there, and I just felt bad because I did adopt him eventually, yes, but I felt bad because I wasn't going there every day like I was, and working with him, spending time with him, and I felt bad. I just, so I just decided that it's best for him to go somewhere that would work for both of us, that he would be happy, he would get the need and training and everything that he was supposed to get that I wasn't providing. So we finally sold him in 2018, like December 2018, so last year. It was hard, but like I knew it was best for both of us because I was going through a lot in my life during that time, and I just knew it wasn't good for him or for me. Where did I meet my husband? I met him actually when I was still working at Chick-fil-A in 2017. My friend Lumia actually introduced us, and we just kind of hit it off, started hanging out, spending time and whatever, and kind of fell in love. So yeah. Why did I move out of my parents' house into my boyfriend's house? So at that time in life, I was going through a lot. I was very stressed. I was working a lot. I had my horse too at that time, and I was going to college, so I had a lot of stress. And at the same time, I was dealing with a lot of health, and my relationship with my parents wasn't going that good at the time because I felt I was grown. I should be able to do whatever I want. They had rules. They were like, no, you can't, this is what we stick to. You're living in our house. And I was kind of getting frustrated. And also they didn't know about my boyfriend because I didn't want to tell them, because I felt like they would tell me, focus on your college, focus on you, break up with him. And our house were just not good. We would fight, argue. I would come home later than expected. I wouldn't tell him where I was going, and it was just getting worse and worse. And then they finally I finally told him that yes, I do have a boyfriend, and that was the reason I wasn't always at home. I didn't want to be home because of all the stress. And they were shocked, but they kind of like knew something was up. So they were like, well, who is he? And what everything, all the questions parents ask when they find out that you have a boyfriend. So I told them, and they were like, oh, well, I don't know, we don't know anything about him, he could do all these things. And I was like, no, that's not him. They were like, you know what, y'all should take a break to make sure this is really what you want. And at first I was like, no, I don't want that. But then I was like, you know what, if it'll make him happy and things at home better, maybe I'll try it. So they said a whole week we couldn't talk to each other, no contact, no seeing, nothing. So after 2-3 days, things were at home were just getting worse and worse, and I was like, I'm done, I can't do this. And I ended up calling my pastor. I was like, I can't do this, I tried, I can't, I just don't want to be here. I'm unhappy, I'm depressed, I just want to end my life, basically. And he was like, you know what, okay, I will help you. And he was like, I was like, but I don't know what to do, because I don't know what to say to my parents, how to handle this. And I was like, can you please talk to them? Maybe they will understand where you're where I'm coming from, or something like that. So he said, yeah, don't go home yet, because at the time I was out, because I just had to go out. I had to get out of the house. I was just waiting for my pastor to basically tell me, give me a green light to go home, to talk to them, get my stuff, move out. So he's like, okay, I talked to your parents. They do want to talk to you, but they don't, they're confused, but they're gonna let you go if that's what you want. I was shocked, because I thought they were gonna be like, no, she can't go. And so I did go home. We did talk. I packed up everything I could fit in my car at that time, and all my basically essentials, clothes, whatever. And then then I said bye to my parents, and then moved out. Met him. They were like, we don't know anything about him. So I finally set a date and was like, hey, would this date work for y'all to meet Malachi and them? That was an okay meeting, as meetings go with, your boyfriend, girlfriend meeting your parents. So he ended up going and proposing to me, and I said yes. And I later called my mom. I was like, hey, just wanted to let you know that I am engaged now. And she was like, why didn't you tell me earlier? I was like, it just happened. I just wanted to let you know. And so it was kind of hard to read if she approved, was happy, wasn't happy, so I was just like, I didn't know what to do. Things started to get they wanted me to do certain things. They wanted me to move back home and stuff like that, and I was like, no, I don't. I can finally now live my life, do what I need to do and what I want to do, and be stress free. And they weren't happy that they kept trying to change my mind, doing this, all that, and I was like, no, and for a whole year that was our relationship was off and on, and with that, with my health and all the stress, I did fall sick several times and had to go to hospitals and stuff like that, and 8 months of being in bed. Basically, I had to be bedridden for 8 months because the stress and everything was just too much for my body. After that, like the beginning of this year, basically, things were going okay with my parents. My mom and I were meeting with each other every week just to talk, catch up, eat, whatever, and everything was going great. There were things that came up that, that weren't true, so I would, call them out. And then finally, I get a text saying that they don't want a relationship with me anymore, they don't know who I am anymore, and that, don't contact them, basically. And I was just like blown away. I was like, where is this coming from? We were, for a whole year we were off and on. You kept, to me it felt like I was getting somewhere, getting to where we could actually have a relationship and everything, and then all of a sudden, oh, don't contact us, we don't know who you are, all the life choices you made are wrong, and all this, on. And I was just like okay. First was like shocked, then I was sad, and then finally I was like, you know what, this is actually good. This is good, because that means we're done. We're finally done. I don't have to stress and everything. Like, all the hurt and the pain that I was going through, it was so much, and you can only handle that for so long. So I was just finally took it, and I was like, this is good. This is gonna be good. So yeah, that was basically my whole thing of why I moved out, and my relation with my parents. Like, I have no relationship with my siblings, with my parents, like nobody. So it was just it was a crazy time. How many dogs do you have? Thor, which is our first dog that we got, and then Athena, which is the second dog we have, and then we have Nova, she is a pit bull husky mix, and then we have our fourth, which is Shadow, which is the baby. We just got her recently. She is a pure she's pit bull husky German shepherd. I'm happy now. Yes, I am very happy. I am now happily married, just being basically a young married couple, doing whatever young married couples do, work, whatever. But yes, we are very happy, and I couldn't ask for it anymore. It's in our house, and everything's going great. Just staying positive, and have been there from the beginning of all the stuff that I've gone through, and Alright guys, so that ends our video for today. Let me know what video I should do next. I don't have any ideas yet, but let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in our next video.